Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy vicslanghope. And in this video, I want to talk about bullpen therapy. That's kind of like what we call it, right? And for those of you who don't know, the bullpen is basically a cage. I don't know my diameters like that, but it's almost like a living room. Sometimes it's half of a living room size. And it's just a cage, basically. It's a holding cell where they just pile up a bunch of people, whether it's in court, whether it's back at the jail before you go back to your house. But it's just a big cell with a toilet and a sink. One toilet and one sink, usually. And that's usually where they just house people. That's usually where they feed you. That's usually where you just are kept until further notice, until they're gonna move you. So I think bullpen therapy is one of the main factors of why people end up taking time and go upstate. Between bullpen therapy and the crazy searches that they have in these jails, where they be throwing a lot of your stuff away, and just the inconvenience of them, I think those are like two driving factors why people usually cop out and take time. And the reason I say that is because when I used to meet people who constantly been to jail or prison, they will always say like they couldn't wait to just take their time and go upstate, like, which is crazy to me, right? How you will even whatever be back in that situation. It's crazy. But anyway, you don't know people's stories, so whatever. But yeah, like they used to just have this mindset of like, I'm just trying to get my time and go, like, because they didn't like the whole bullpen therapy thing, right? Now, bullpen therapy, let's get more into the details of it, right? So for example, when you go to court, like they used to wake you up like 5 in the morning or 6 so you can shower. After you shower or whatever, eat breakfast, they take you down, they search you, then they put you in a bullpen. So now you're waiting in that area just to go to court, right? So you might spend 45 minutes to an hour, maybe 2 hours. You know, you don't know how long, and this is like the most annoying part of it, that you don't know how long you're gonna spend in this cage just waiting to be transported to court. And so you are with a lot of people. Sometimes there's no places to sit because it's limited, stool or room space. So you see a lot of people, they might just be, laying down the floor or sitting on the floor or just standing up. So it's a lot. So now they take you to court. When you get to court, they fake search you again, or you just go through a mag. Now they put you back in a bullpen. They put you in a cage, and then you just gotta usually wait from this cage till they close the door and all of that. And then from this cage, they move you to another cage. So you're just being passed around in cages, right? From one cage to another cage to another cage. The cages sometimes change in sizes, but it's always the same concept of the toilet and the sink, and it just changes in sizes, right? So it's just crazy because you spend a lot of hours, and this is why court used to be very stressful to me. It used to stress me out. Like, it used to make me feel good because it's like, there's a chance that you might go home, or it's progress in your case, especially if you're fighting your case. But the whole process of just hopping around from one cage to another cage, mind you, you're gonna get fed in this cage, right? So when lunchtime comes around, they're gonna either, I said this in another video, they're either gonna give you a cheese and bread sandwich with mayonnaise, or they give you a peanut butter and honey sandwich. Now, and this is not no fresh organic honey either. And the bread is not fresh most of the time. It's just, it's be hard, it be stale, like, it's just crazy, right? So you're eating basically in the bathroom because there's a toilet right there. You're gonna see the picture, right? So there's literally a toilet and a sink right there in that cage. You're eating there if you are gonna eat that stuff. Sometimes people will bring their own food to court, but the point is just like, you're just in a cage with a whole bunch of people and you're waiting for hours. Sometimes you don't even see the judge, and you just go back to Rikers Island without seeing the judge. So it was just a crazy experience. And the bullpen is what everything kind of like go down, right? Like, you might see your friend that is in another jail. You might see your co-defendant if you have any, right? So it's just a lot of stuff. A lot in the bullpen is usually with, you see your ops. You see, for example, when I was locked up, they used to have crip houses and they used to have blood houses. So in the bullpen is usually where you would see the bloods if you was a crip. And if you was a blood, you would see the crips. So this is just like, you know, where you see your ops. If you have problems from another house and you got packed up and they sent you all the way to another house on the other side of the same building and the other side of the jail, you will see people here, right? So this is just where everything was happening, right? Like, you know, people would get robbed, people would get cut, people would get jumped, beat up. Like, everything was happening in the bullpens. Now, usually you're going to when you're going to court, you're going to, you know, the Bronx, so you're going to be just with a whole bunch of different Bronx dudes. And, you know, a lot of people have beef in their own borough. Now, if you're going to Brooklyn, you know, same thing, right? So whatever borough you're going to court in, you know, you're going to see people from different neighborhoods, maybe rival neighborhoods. So you're bound to bump into people who you got beef with. And if you locked up in a cage with them, yo, forget about it. And then let's just say there's a few of them. It's a wrap, right? And if they armed, it's crazy. It's even crazier. So another thing is sometimes people used to stick up the bullpen, right? Like if you see your ops in there, sometimes some dudes used to be like, yo, I ain't going in there, or they make it hot while the police still around because it could get dangerous. You could get cut, you could get harmed. There's so many things that could come from that. So some guys used to be like, I ain't going in there, and they used to, you know, or they'll go in there and start swinging so that, you know, a lot of times dudes don't get cut in front of the police because that's a new charge, right? So yeah, like a lot of times, you know, you gotta be smart in the bullpen. But anyway, so yeah, the bullpen is a crazy area, and a lot of stuff is happening in the bullpen, and then it's like you just got to be aware. You're thinking about your case. Sometimes I even seen people like, if you got to use the bathroom, it's like everybody is there. Like it's a toilet there. It might be 50 people in that bullpen, and now you got to use the bathroom. Sometimes dudes used to tell dudes, you better not use that bathroom. Like, you know, like, because they didn't want to smell your shit. So they'll tell you, like, you better not use that bathroom. Like, and then it's like it's just a crazy situation, like, where dudes is telling you not to use the bathroom because they don't want to smell your shit. Like, that got something to do with you. So it's a crazy situation. Like, just think about this, man. Just think about you having a dog. Think about you having a dog, and your dog has to wait for you to get home from work or school, wherever you at, for you to walk it, for you to feed it, for it to use the bathroom. It's crazy, right? Just picture that. You have your dog at home in the cage. Your dog has to wait patiently for you to get back so it could just eat and it could use the bathroom. And then, God forbid, you get home and your dog pooped in the cage. Or maybe if you don't keep it in the cage, or your dog then poop in whatever the whatever stuff y'all be putting down for the dogs to poop on and pee on. God forbid the dog doesn't poop there, or pee there, or pees in the wrong place, or pees in the cage and poops in the cage. And then some people beat their dog, right? Because they got discipline, right? It's the rules, right? The dog didn't follow the rules, so you beat it, right? So here you are, your dog, you caged, and then some rules, not some jailhouse rules, because, you know, the inmates made it up. And then it's like, you can't even use the bathroom. Because some dudes is literally, they're going to jump on you if you use that bathroom. You take your shit in there and stink up the spot. It's crazy. And then also, I read this in Tukey Williams' book, and he said that, like, in Pelican Bay, that's like the time when people used to attack people. They will attack you the moment you pull your pants down to use the bathroom. Is when, like, if somebody had a problem with you, that's when they will attack you. So he said that he made it a practice of using the bathroom. Like, he'll take his whole pants off. Like, he'll take his whole pants and underwear off. So he used to basically, like, his whole bottom used to be naked when he used to use the bathroom, because in case he got to just jump up and fight, he don't got that around his feet. It's crazy, right? So jail is a crazy circumstance, and bullpen therapy, in a nutshell, that's basically what it is. It's like, you're gonna be here for a while. You're gonna eat here. You're gonna, you know, you might scrap here. You might, you know, and it's just a crazy environment to be in, especially in jail. Sometimes you're around people that stink. They don't really shower like that. They got poor hygiene, and you're just like in very, very tight, close proximity to them. Then by the time you get back to Rikers Island, if you go back to the bullpen, sometimes it takes a lot longer for you to get back to your house. Sometimes there's fights happening. So they holding you in intake in a cage, and there's more people coming in back from court. Everybody's in the cage. Everybody is talking. Like, it's just a crazy experience. And then if you get caught there for the count time, and before you go back to the house, you get fed in there. So again, you're eating in an area where there's a toilet. Sometimes people got to use the bathroom. It's just a disgusting area. So it's sad. It's a very sad thing. So I just wanted to kind of like paint that picture and show you these few images to kind of like give you a sense of what it's like, you know, to just be in a bullpen. And it's not the best, cleanest place, so it's just nasty, stinks. It's a crazy place to be. You're a cage animal basically. So that's basically what the bullpen therapy is about. And yeah, I think it's one of the main factors why a lot of people just get fed up with being in Rikers, because they don't want to keep going from cage to cage and stuff like that. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, peace.